Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Well, there I was in Dallas, Texas. You see, I was standing on a grassy knoll next to a fellow I would describe as a second shooter. He was aiming his gun at this. Now, wait a second. I'm getting a bit off topic.
On the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
T.S. Eliot. That's a good one. I have one problem with that, though. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, mix together a good pumpkin beer and an orange juice, like a fall beer mosa. Things are not going well for me. Welcome to Plotty Time.
One egg was 40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
It's still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for pig.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Plotty Time, the podcast that
was half an hour late to record today.
Oh, snap. Go on.
yeah, we got there though. That's what matters. That's what matters. But let's start. We always start. What are we playing? What are we watching? What are we doing? What's going on? And we always start with Dr. Syintist. So, Dr. Syintist, what have you been playing? What have you been watching? What have you been doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, what have I been watching, you say?
That's one of the things.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Well, I've been watching a lot of Quest for Glory 6 on YouTube. It's RPG speedruns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll probably be watching that for the next couple months.
Cool.
Until like the next RPG Limit Break or Quest for Glory 7. One of those.
What is it, like a competition?
No, it's just like a speedrun marathon, but they only play RPGs.
Wow. That's
So, is this like an event? Like people go to it?
It's kind of like streaming. It's not like GDQ or anything.
Okay, it's more like a
Yeah, they get a
like a
streamer to come
program
on. Yeah.
streaming thing. Okay, gotcha.
But it's good. I'm enjoying myself, of course.
well, that's
Where's
good.
some of the games they're speedrunning?
Well, I watched Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster speedrun.
Oh, yeah?
And Romancing Saga 2. And I started the 4-hour-long Golden Sun one. Got a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think it's like 4 hours. That's a speed run. That's the fastest anyone's going to do this.
Coming up is a 9-hour Breath of Fire 2 one.
Whoa. Look out.
So I got a lot. I got a lot of cut out for me in the future.
I got a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
You know,
You know.
man. There was a time where I would sit there and do an 8-hour game session, like with a couple breaks here or there, without breaking a sweat. Now I don't know if I could.
No, my ass would hurt, I think.
Yeah. I need to like
Yeah, my
get
back or-
suspended from the ceiling or something.
Like a sex swing. Like I play video games.
Oh, I like it. I like where your head's at.
Combine those two worlds somehow.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it. I'm tired of giving away our best ideas in this podcast.
And then I watched this movie called Cobweb.
Nice.
Did you watch it?
It's a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really like it too much.
I thought it was really creepy.
It is creepy.
Like,
But-
just the parents are fucking crazy.
Yeah, the parents really weirded me out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but
Well, Homelander, that guy's just fucking weird, man.
is that? I don't know who Homelander is.
Oh,
Is that
from
the dad?
boys, the dad, yeah.
Yeah, well, both parents. The other one's Liz Kaplan, and
Yeah.
she's fucking even weirder than him. I think it's just that the parents are too fucking weird.
Yeah.
That bothered me. They just don't act like humans.
No, it seemed like they'd take their skin off and be
Yeah.
like some alien at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting.
But that's not what the movie's about.
No, it's about this kid. He's like, it's new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like getting bullied at school a lot and stuff, and he starts hearing like someone talk to him from behind the walls in his house, and it's like his only friend.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It is interesting. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah. It's pretty good, actually. I liked it, at least.
I gave it a meh, and Chump Slap gave it a yeah. So
Yeah.
you know how that
Okay.
goes.
Yeah. I think Scotch would like it.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie.
It's on the radar.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
we haven't gotten to
Just
it.
watch it and see. Just if you can get past all the parents acting fucking weird,
Okay.
I think you can.
probably they grow pumpkins in their backyard. It's just
Hey, my neighbors did that this year.
did they really?
Not that many, but yeah. A couple.
Not that many neighbors. I was like, what the? But you meant pumpkins.
That's so weird. Pumpkins? Who does that?
I don't know.
I guess instead of buying them.
But what are you using for? Jack-o'-lanterns?
Pumpkin pie, maybe?
You buy pumpkin to make pumpkin pie.
You could dry out the seeds, bake those up. Those are delicious.
Yeah, but
Man,
why don't you just buy
we've
them?
tried that. We can never get it to work.
Why
I
you
know.
just throw them in an oven?
It's like $10 for
put
a
salt
pound of them. So why even bother?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're wasting more than that in water to grow it.
It's a good point.
But yeah, I guess cobwebs, man. What game did I play? I played this game called Overrogue.
Is it roguelike?
No,
Oh,
Whoa.
kind of. There's a part of it that is.
tricky.
It's a deck builder game.
Okay.
But I got to a part where the one deck is just overpowered, and I'm going through everything with it, just using that. Nothing else is difficult. So I don't know. It's not balanced very well. I'll probably just beat it and then just using the super powered deck. It starts out like you get the deck, and it starts out as like if you can make the deck on your run lower than 5 cards, you're basically unstoppable. So you just don't pick new cards and just remove the bad ones, and you can keep going through the game. No problem.
Interesting.
Found it incredibly easy. I'll see if it gets any better, if there's anything that counters that strategy, but I doubt it. It's not that complex of a game. But that's all I really did this week, Poppascotch. What'd you play, watch, do? What's going on with you?
Well, thanks for asking. We got into, well, I'll start with games, I guess. Played some Chell, and I've about had it up to fucking here with this game.
Oh,
No,
wait.
he's duping us.
Spoiler.
He's rope-a-doping.
Didn't say I was going to stop playing it. So there's currently a bug or something wrong going on in the game where
I lose.
no, it's not that obvious. Well, that's a symptom of it, but your players away from the puck, like players you're not even controlling at that moment.
Yeah.
They just keep getting penalties.
How?
They'll get tripping calls or boarding or roughing or interference or whatever.
They're not even.
And the
anywhere near
computer will just be like, penalty. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even do anything. Like, I wasn't even at that part of the ice controlling anybody, which, look, it's part of the game. It happens. Like, your guys away from the puck will get penalties and, you'll be on the kill or the power play or whatever. But it's happening like 6 times a game. I was playing a game last night and I was losing 4-1, 10 minutes into the first. And the other team scored on 2 5-on-3s and 2 other power plays. It was like 6 penalties. One absolutely was my fault. It was definitely my fault, and I did it. But the other 5 happened away from the play. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, why aren't they calling them on any of these? Like, why? And this keeps happening. It's like a known thing. And then EA put out a patch recently, and they're like, oh, we fixed it, guys. We know this is a problem. We took care of it. Not seeing that.
All right. I used to go into the games of my friends who played these types of games and change the sliders so that the penalties would be called almost entirely on them and more often than normal. Is there a setting like that in this game?
They do have sliders, but not for like the online mode. You can't mess with those sliders.
Because that was so funny. Because then they go back and play their game and they begin, what the fuck? Another holding call?
It's funny because if you mess with the sliders and the difficulties, you can tell when they're being used, and you can tell in like the hut moments section, which are like, I think I went over those already. It's like puts you in a situation of a real game from previous years.
Oh, yeah.
And then like you play out the last period and try to score 2 goals or whatever.
Right.
And with those, the sliders are definitely tuned up for the computer. Like you just skate and like take a sharp turn and you just lose the puck and it goes drifting. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here? So that's always fun. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say I've had it up to here at that game. Gonna keep playing it. I already got my Hut Rush level all the way up to 1 million. So,
Oh, snap.
Congrats.
Take that.
Well, it's not. I mean, every week it resets. But this is the first time I've ever got the top tier to get those captain collectibles. Then I can trade in 5 captain collectibles for 7 captain collectibles for a
Captain Crunch.
It
random.
sounds like a Pro
85
ZD skit.
I know, right?
choice pack, and then I get the 85 choice pack, and then I can trade in 5 of those for an 88 overall player.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
88.
What am I doing?
So how do you get to 1 million? Do you just play a lot? Or do you have to win?
Yeah, you just it's a points-based system, and every week there's 2 different versions of Hut Rush. One is a more realistic physics one, and one's more arcadey. But they'll have 5 objectives, and it'll be like score 25 goals or win 10 games. And they're all obtainable if you keep playing.
Yeah.
And those will give you like 100,000 points or 200,000 points. And when you need to get to 1 million, those help out very quickly.
Oh, okay. So it's like daily challenges for Call of Duty or whatever.
Yeah, kind of the same concept, except it's weekly.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
Cool.
All right. So another couple months of playing before you're really pissed off at it?
Until the next one comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, till whatever card comes out, and they're like, you gotta get this one. I'm like, I do gotta get this one. And then I gotta grind for 7 days to get a fucking 88 overall Claude Drew I'm never gonna use. They just, the way they do it, and they release, this is, I will say, to their credit, this is the first year where I felt like the ratio between buying your team versus making your team from scratch with no money put in is more even. If
well,
that makes
doesn't
sense.
sound good for you spending all the money then.
No, I just get there faster. Like you can get there as a regular player.
Yeah.
But I also don't play online, so I lose all those
You
rewards.
also have a real job and a wife and a house.
That's
so-
true, I do.
Whoa, don't dox him.
I'll get a divorce, I'll sell the house, I'll move in with Chump Slap, and then I'll just play Chell all day.
Yeah, his rent's pretty
Perfect.
cheap.
Shut up, man.
What else did I
Landlord's gonna
do?
hear this.
I doubt it.
Then I watched movies. I did that.
Okay.
We are deep into Christmas horror movie season.
Oh, nice.
So the first one we watched was a movie called Sick for Toys from 2018.
All right. Sounds sick.
Yeah, for toys.
It's not good. So the quick blurb is Roy accepts an invitation to Christmas dinner with Amelia. He soon realizes that the evening is not what it seems and ends up fighting for his life. So it's this guy who's like the classic nice guy dude. And he's kind of like insufferable. I thought they were trying to make
Basic
him like,
Christmas story.
well, I thought they were trying to make him like a down on his luck guy that's like, ah, shucks, I just wish something would work out for him, you know?
But they gave him a MAGA hat.
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he goes and he meets this woman, Amelia, and Amelia lives on this farm with her brother. And
Not weird.
every year she gets a Christmas toy, and it's another hostage that she murders.
Sounds neat.
Yeah.
And it's him and his buddy in that situation. It's not very good. It's fine, but it's not very good.
All right. Pass.
Yeah, pass on that one. And speaking of other passes, have you guys ever seen Puka?
Yeah. You didn't like that?
I did not like that.
I think I tried to watch
It
it.
was a Hulu one.
Yeah.
It was all right, I thought.
It was, I mean, the only thing I didn't like about it is they kept beating you over the head with the fact that something weird's happening. Like, do you ever see the thing where you're watching a horror movie and they're like, oh, this ancient book has something to do with it. And then later you hear the characters like, I think the ancient book has something to do with it. And later it gets revealed that the ancient book has something to do with it. And you're like, guys, we've been over this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of like that where he puts on the suit and weird stuff starts happening. And I don't know. I should have probably been paying attention more. It was kind of abstract what happened and a little bit of a mind fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have probably been paying attention more. I'm going to give it a...
No, it's definitely not your fault. It's their fault.
No.
They should have made me want to pay
Yeah.
attention more.
Yeah, exactly. It's their fault. They made it wrong for me to watch wrong. So that's their fault. But I did watch a good movie, yearly classic we watch in this house, Krampus.
Oh, it's always
it's a
good.
lot of
Always
fun.
good.
Aren't there multiple Krampuses?
There's like
There's one good
9
one.
different Krampus movies, but only one that was like a big budget Hollywood one. The rest are like
With Tony Collette and
I want to say
Adam Scott.
Yeah.
yeah, Adam Scott. Yeah.
David Koechner.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of good names in that. That was a fun movie. I like it.
Yeah.
Classic.
And then we watched Don't Open Till Christmas.
I might have seen that.
It's from 1984. It is about some guy in London who wears a Santa suit. Or no, he's killing anyone in London with a Santa suit on.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, that's
yeah.
mostly it.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit, it's not bad. It's just very slow. Like it's a slow
Yeah,
movie.
it's
But
dated.
it's an 80s speed movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there's like these dudes that are like hanging out in alleys wearing Santa Claus outfits. Like, oh, I just got off work being this goddamn Santa. And they get
If I had
stabbed
a
or
nickel.
Yeah.
shot in the face or whatever.
I definitely saw that.
Again, it's fine.
It's kind of like American Psycho, right? Like he just gets away with it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he doesn't get away with anything in American Psycho. He doesn't do anything.
Didn't
It's up
he?
to it's up to interpretation.
And then we watched Silent Night from 2012.
Always fun.
The police force of a remote Midwestern town search for a killer Santa Claus who is picking off citizens on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen it too. It's meh.
With Jamie King and who's the other? Malcolm McDowell is the sheriff. It's like from 10 years ago. So
Yeah. Well, 20 years ago.
It's 2012.
Oh, okay.
There's like 50 movies called Silent Night.
Yeah,
But this one
true.
also has Ellen Wong. Again, Donnell Logue, who's a vampire now, as we saw in What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the show he was in? Terriers?
Yes,
That was a good show.
Cool.
it was.
Good point.
And then I'm wrapping it up. Not a Christmas movie, but also it was from the Horror Movie Bowl. We watched Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon again, because that's a fun one.
So Leslie Vernon?
Did you watch One Cut of the Dead yet?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's Korean, right?
Yeah.
I think I started it at one point, but then had to like do something and watch like the first 10 minutes and didn't get back to it. But I probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should.
Okay. Yeah,
I've been trying to get you to watch it for like over a year now.
yeah I've wanted
Right.
to. It's on my radar, but
But that's all I played, watched. Oh, no, sorry. There's one last thing I played. I got the platinum for RoboCop, by the way.
Oh, snap.
It was very, very easy.
Yeah, sounds.
So
The game looked very uninteresting and could have easily been a not RoboCop game.
I don't think you're wrong.
But this was
Like-
RoboCop.
I mean, I enjoyed it because I love RoboCop and the RoboCop universe and that cheesy 80s like cyberpunk aesthetic. I loved it, but to most people that aren't really loving that universe, I don't think it's worth like $60. Like it's like a 25 hour max game, and that's if you do everything. And it's definitely
plat
not
it.
like it doesn't have a polish of like a AAA game. It's a little bit bare bones, but I had fun. I'm glad I played it.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
But I recognize it's not something I can recommend to everyone. Like, oh, you got to play this game. Like, there's conditions here.
Right.
But yeah, another num for the trophy closet. Whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
you got it.
Yeah, it's a
Sir
closet.
Chump Slap, what are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, thanks for asking. Finished up Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Do you like it?
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the first one you've ever played? All the way through.
Yeah, at least all the way through.
Good games. Good games.
Yeah, I definitely dug it. Don't know if I'll go back and try to plat it, or I think you have to play it on hard and shit. And I don't know.
Usually you only have to go to like New Game Plus for a while to plat those games, but
Yeah, I think there was something like I didn't get all the upgrades or all the weapons, but then I looked it up and you have to get a weapon on New Game Plus or something. So I was like,
yeah, there's usually that's how they usually go on that.
yeah.
Usually has at least played twice through it, but the second time's fucking usually a breeze.
Yeah, because you're not looking for everything.
Yeah,
either.
and you got all the guns already.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I'll keep it installed and just, if I feel like a easy shooter one day, I'll put it on.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I doubt it.
Yeah, well, you know.
You know how it is.
Well, you went back to finish Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Shoot 'em
true.
And before we even started recording, you talked about even starting Fallout 76 again.
Dude, don't put that on me on the podcast.
I had to.
Son of a bitch.
Wow. I'm gonna do some like I've been itching to play a Fallout game, and I'm wondering if
too.
they made it like possible for a single player person.
I played it on the 4, so I didn't play it on the 5 yet, you know?
It's basically a new game.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Well, there's a new fucking Atlantic City DLC coming out for it, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the closest Atlantic City would be to West Virginia.
I don't know. Well, there's one. You go to Pittsburgh in the fucking 3, right? Or
Yeah.
4.
3.
Yeah.
What like yeah, it was 3. What man like I don't how many people can still be playing Fallout 76, right? Like
I don't know. I want to see
they're
if
still
it's
making
just
stuff for it.
any good. I don't know. Maybe the balancing and shit's better, but we'll see. I probably won't play it, so scratch that. Watched a couple things.
Okay.
You guys ever see a House of Darkness?
It's possible.
Justin
Ringing a
Long
bell.
meets a woman at a bar. They go back to her place.
It sounds familiar, but
They have drinks. They talk for about an hour and 15 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes, something happens.
no.
Yep.
I probably would have been bored by then.
Oh, I dozed off twice.
Is this another one of those movies that were like a play and they adapted it into a movie? Because that's usually what happens with those. It's two people talking for an hour.
No, it's just, I'll spoil it for you because it's not worth watching. She turns out to be like a vampire, and she has him there. And like she has her and 2 of her sisters are there, and they eat him at the end. That's it. There's nothing
Is
to
it
it.
a seductive thriller?
Sure is.
Okay.
Because he just thinks he's going to get laid there. And I don't know.
No, not even
They play
not even
games.
get into it. Fucking Justin Long really thinks he's gonna get laid.
I know. Yeah. Watching it, you're like, okay, Justin Long playing a horny businessman type. You're like, okay, fine. I can't wait for him to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing's ever going to beat his character from Zack and Miri Make a Porno in the seductive realm. So
I don't think I've seen that. And
nobody.
I don't like seductive Justin Long. So.
Yeah.
There's people out there that have really laughed at that. They laughed at that real hard. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was Jamie Kennedy because I always confuse those two too.
Nice.
If you haven't watched Zack and Miri Make a Porno recently, watch that. It's a good movie.
No, I don't think it is, and I won't watch it again.
Maybe. We'll see. But then I watched Hollow Man, not the new one.
Oh, I was gonna say the new one.
The bacon one?
The bacon one.
Bacon
dude.
one's a good one.
Wow. Fantastic. Amazing.
I hated it.
What?
First thing he does when he's invisible, oh, I'm going to go fucking molest my subordinate here who's sleeping. Come on. And then he
I think, look, I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but I will proudly admit I saw it in the theater. And
nice.
I did too.
I vaguely remember that, like, the hollow, whatever the stuff they injected him with, it like messed with his brain.
Yeah, it's supposed to make him go mad or whatever, but this is like literally right after he's injected. The first day.
I remember the effects being really cool. Did they held up?
Yeah, they were good. They were like you see his skin disappear and then his muscles and his
Who's
bones.
the woman in that one?
Fuck, I don't remember.
Gretchen Mol.
We should all know this.
I don't know, man.
Who was the one? Who's the one in the new one? Was the girl that's in Mad Men, right?
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue. Gretchen Mol, Elizabeth Shue, the same thing.
Yeah, what's the difference? But I don't know.
Elizabeth Shue also shows up in the Cobra Kai series
Cool.
because she was in the original. She was the love interest in the original one,
Yeah.
the original Karate Kid movie.
Oh, right.
When she was a teen.
Yeah,
She
but
comes
I
back.
don't know.
It's very lovely. All right.
And then when
Elizabeth
he escapes,
Moss, is that the one in the new one? Sorry, I was thinking of his.
Yes.
don't. Maybe.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Then when he escapes, he just goes to his apartment and just goes to his neighbor and watches her get undressed. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's a
Do something.
tale of morality.
And then he freaks
just like
out.
the Invisible Man, this book. But
He freaks out after like 10 days being invisible. I thought he was a scientist.
dude, I would love to be invisible. That'd be so great just to be left alone.
You think he's just, well, he's not left alone. Maybe that's why he freaks out. He's being monitored the entire time.
Oh, maybe.
But he's a scientist. He should have seen this shit coming, right? Scientist?
Mm-hmm.
Do all scientists see their own madness coming, Dr. Scientist?
Mm-hmm. Most of them
That's
embrace
amazing.
it.
Exactly.
Just like, this is the march of time. This is what's going to happen.
He seemed like he was denying it, which I thought was weird for a scientist.
Hmm.
So I don't know if I could, I don't know. I wouldn't watch it again. I'd watch the new one again. The new one was better, if you ask me.
I'll always remember that movie because I saw it in the theater like 3 days before everything shut down for the pandemic.
Yeah. Your last movie in the theater.
I think it was.
Still haven't gone back.
No, I saw. Ooh, we're going
Transformers
back.
Rise of Beast.
I didn't even know that movie fucking came out until I saw a poster on the street.
I talked about it.
I know, but that was maybe before. It doesn't matter. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I don't remember.
I don't know. Well, and then-
You were talking about
Oh yeah,
seeing movies.
There's a next weekend. The wife and I are going to. Well, I can say it now because it's not going to be. It's going to have passed. Alamo Draft House is doing the December to Dismember.
oh, nice.
They do it every December. It's a back-to-back Christmas horror movie marathon. Well, I guess it's not a marathon. It's two movies. It's a double feature. But you have no idea what they are. Like you have no idea what the movies are until you get there.
I wonder if there's one around here.
There's one in
That's
Bethlehem, right? There used to be.
I don't know.
Pre-pandemic. I don't know if it survived.
There was last time we went, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but one of the movies we saw was The Day of the Beast. That one, I think I told you about it and you watched it, Chump Slap. The one where the priest is trying to talk to Satan. So he's listening to all the metal music to try and figure out like a hidden message.
No.
It's an
I didn't.
Italian film, I think. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome.
I'm going to have to watch that. Day of the Beast, huh?
And then he meets this metalhead who's like running the metal store. And at first the guy's like, what the fuck is this priest coming in here? And he starts talking to him like in depth about metal music because he's been listening to everything to try and find a message.
Nice.
And the guy's like, man, you fucking rule. It's like, what are you doing like with all this stuff? He's like, oh, I'm trying to get a message to the devil himself. Yeah, do you want to help me? And the metalhead in the fucking store is like, yes, 100%. Love the guy. And it's great. It's a great movie. Then they go to like to get the help of someone who's like a David Blaine type TV psychic.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. Check it out.
I will, maybe. But then I just rewatched Demolition Man. Because why the fuck not?
Man, where's your programming coming from? Because this is quite a smattering. Not mad about it.
Well, you go Hollow Man, you're like Demolition Man. I don't know.
Just movies with man is
Free
the second word.
association.
Trust the algorithm.
Okay.
Well, no, it's because I was talking about Sandra Bullock
Oh.
that day. So I had to check it out. But that's all. That's all I did this week.
All right. Well, we got nothing else to talk about in our intro here. Let's go ahead and move into the Plotty Time vibe check.
It's a silky vibe.
Feel the vibe.
This reminds
Could I go this low? Could I get lower than this?
me of like silk stockings or something.
You want to catch
I
some
wonder if that
vibes?
show holds up.
I'm sure it
You know what
does.
that vibe is. Anyway, all right, Playtime vibe check. So let's talk about the first thing I got on my list of shit to talk about is the couple unannounced Gearbox games accidentally got revealed via a LinkedIn post.
Uh-oh.
Man, these losers really have to stop looking at LinkedIn.
It's amazing that so many people are like, hey, I'm looking for a job. My last job, I worked on this game, and it's clear that the game has not been announced or isn't in the cultural conscience at all. Like they're talking about Borderlands 4, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2, and a new entry into the Brothers in Arms franchise.
Ooh, Borderlands 4, huh?
Yeah. Wonder where they're going to go.
To
What are they
another
gonna do?
vault.
Yeah, I guess there's vaults all over.
Yeah.
You could really go anywhere, right? Aren't there vaults on a whole billion different types of planets?
I don't think I ever played the DLC for Borderlands 3. Was there DLC for Borderlands?
Yeah.
3?
I definitely
There
played
absolutely
it.
was. I'm struggling to remember what it was.
There's something about a big guy.
Was there? No, I'm thinking of, these are all Borderlands 2 ones I'm thinking of. Was there a casino one? No. I think that was
Yes.
a pre-sequel.
There was a casino somewhere in the Borderlands universe.
Was there? Oh, well, there were slot machines.
No, there was
Oh my
definitely
God,
a
I'm trying to
casino.
look up Borderlands 3 DLC and all it shows is fucking cosmetic stuff.
Oh, there you go.
I even bought the season pass, and I don't think I ever downloaded any of them.
There's a Halloween one.
That was 3 or 2.
There was Halloween stuff for 3 too, I think.
Okay, there was Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot.
Yeah,
Join
that's
Moxie's crew of ragtag experts and battle your way through the Hyperion security forces
Played
and
that
crazed
one.
casino
I did
goers.
play that one.
Yeah.
Okay, then second we've got Guns, Love, and Tentacles, The Marriage of
Right.
Wainwright and Hammerlock.
Okay, I played that one.
Bounty of Blood. This is visit the brutal frontier planet of Guyana to collect a bounty on the Devil's Riders, a violent gang of beast-riding mercenaries.
Might not have played.
Might not have played that one, yeah.
I might have stopped after the tentacle one.
And then the last one is Psycho Krieg and the Fantastic Fustercluck.
Oh, I played that, yeah.
I remember that one because you were playing as Krieger. You
Yeah, you were going through his
got
head.
like backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I did play them all.
All right, well, there we go.
Then the rest are just cosmetic stuff. But yeah, I guess we did. They're still trying to charge $70 for the game and the DLC. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, especially when 4's coming out.
Well, it's not. It was only accidentally revealed by a LinkedIn post. Back to the game.
Then in other news, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to release a new physical edition for the PS5 and Xbox Series XS.
By Coward.
That is the Phantom Liberty and the version 2.0 overhaul. So they're basically going to release the game that they were supposed to release back in the fall of 2020.
You're going to buy it.
No, I'm good.
I am not going to buy. I'm so mad about it. That's why I brought it up in this. Like everyone's like, the Phantom Liberty's so good. Like the game is good now. Like guys, this game is awesome. And I'm like, do you guys fucking forget that they promised multiplayer and just said, nah, we're not going to do that?
They promised a lot of things.
They promised a lot of things and failed on so many things and delivered a game that was fucking broken. And everyone's like, dude, it's awesome now, though. Go give them money.
Yeah,
Like, no.
3 years later.
It was a game I was never hyped for and just laughed at all the problems and then didn't care anymore after that.
That's what you always do.
Not always. Like 25% of the time.
Like there was so much hype for this game.
Yeah.
So much fucking hype. And I remember before it came out just being like, well, like it's not something that I'm super interested in, but I hope it's good. I mean, you know, I'd love a new good game to play.
I was thinking it would be like a Cyberpunk Fallout. It would have been awesome. But
Yeah, it was so
Cyberpunk
bad.
Fallout. Isn't that just Fallout or Cyberpunk? I don't know. What do you mean?
Well, the
there's
combination
no
of the
fucking
things.
like neon lights and shit in Fallout. Pull your head out of your ass.
Well, it's 'cause that's a post-apocalyptic.
Well, I don't know.
Cyberpunk isn't.
I was thinking it'd be like Fallout with a new skin. How about
dystopian.
that? Why are you getting...
You're taking a dystopian world and wanting to make it a post-apocalyptic world.
Why can't it be both?
Thank you.
And more important news that Dr. Syintist is super hyped about, the next Call of Duty game is going to take place during the Gulf War.
I thought everyone was off of Call of Duty now.
Dude, that's like 25 years ago now. That's ancient history.
So I was reading about this,
It's even
and
longer than that, actually.
Yeah, right.
it was 91.
It's 30 years ago.
93.
93?
Somewhere around there.
But it's going to be another entry in the Black Ops series. So it's going to be, I don't know if it's a direct sequel or just going to be in the same universe as Cold War was.
Get ready to go to Fallujah.
Well, here's the thing. So Modern Warfare 3 came out. I still haven't bought it, still haven't played it. Pretty shocked I haven't done that yet.
Nah, don't do it.
He won't.
But it's because I'm obsessed with another game I might talk about next week.
Chell?
It's Chell. No, I'm kidding. It's a different game, but I'll get to it. And fuck you guys, by the way. Secondly, I was reading about the Call of Duty and the new one they're talking about, Modern Warfare 3, the new one that just came out that everyone is shitting on. No one seems to be happy about this game.
No.
And then everyone's like, oh yeah, by the way, it broke every sales record we've ever had. I'm like, how?
Because people are just going to buy it.
Yeah, people still play multiplayer. They don't care.
People don't understand if they don't like something, they shouldn't buy it.
I'm
What are you
starting to
talking
understand that.
I
I didn't buy the new one yet.
Wait, what the fuck you guys just say?
Okay.
You don't have to buy everything.
I know.
So Call of Duty, the new one that's going to come out next year, which, do you guys remember they weren't even supposed to put one out in 2023
Oh,
and they
yeah,
just
I
slapped
remember.
this together?
I remember.
So this one, the one that takes place during the Gulf War, the Black Ops one, has been in development for 4 years, which is the longest any Call of Duty game's ever been in development. And they're really touting this as like a reboot of every game mode. Like they're putting a lot of chips into this basket.
What doesn't make sense is they're setting it in the Gulf War, and that's going to be a lot of boring backgrounds.
Yeah, there's destroyed cities and shit.
Yeah, but
They're just going to make up stuff. Like there's going to be an underground bunker where they have to go in, or there's going to be a fucking desert fight. And then there's going to be, it's Black Ops.
There's
like
gonna be
their
a boat
missions
somewhere.
are just, they take place all over the world. So there's probably going to be one in like London where you're uncovering information on a terror cell, because they're all the same. They're all the same fucking game.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
gonna be,
hype.
I already pre-ordered it.
And then last piece of news I got here is, did you guys hear that Sony has failed to kill an $8 billion lawsuit over the PlayStation Store prices?
No. What's the lawsuit about?
What it failed to kill doesn't mean anything.
You
Well, it
never
means-
killed the lawsuit?
I'm not that successful yet.
Suit.
But they said a lawsuit was filed in London that said the PlayStation Store is basically a monopoly. Like you can't sell anything through any digital purchases through any other digital store other than the PlayStation Store, for PlayStation rather.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So they sued and said, well, this is a monopoly. It's not a competitive market if you're only allowed games for your place to be sold in one place. So Sony's tried to kill it, and that kill job failed. So it's going to go back to court for anti-competitive
You
practices.
could just buy a disc, though.
Yeah, you can buy disc. That's
That's the way it used to be. Why the fuck?
Well, I think it's more games are not releasing on disc. So it's them say like there's
well,
never
you could
any.
go play it on Steam or somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you
If
can't
it's
play
on
it
Steam,
PlayStation.
if it's only on PlayStation,
That's fair.
there's only one place to get it. That's what they're saying. There's only one place to get it if it's a digital release on PlayStation,
Well, doesn't
Well, so why does it have to be competitive then?
because it's PlayStation will not let it be available anywhere else.
yeah, but isn't that the same with Apple? Apple stores shit.
I don't know, man. A court apparently said that nope, this is moving forward.
First off, it's an English court, which doesn't count.
Well, it counts over there.
Yeah, it doesn't count to me.
Then they're going to be.
You don't recognize that?
I do not recognize its authority.
It's an English court going against a Japanese company.
Yeah, no lawsuit without representation, right?
I don't know. I'm just confused by it.
Yeah.
The
'Cause I
case
mean-
began last August and basically claimed that anti-competitive practices by Sony allowed it to get away with charging a 30% commission on all sales in the PlayStation Store rather than charging a smaller amount and passing the savings on to consumers.
I get it. So PlayStation takes too much money, and
Oh, that's what he's talking
developers
about.
want to sell it elsewhere. I get it. Yeah, fine.
That's not what you said, but Whatever.
then maybe
Whatever,
we can-
not
Poppascotch.
worse.
Be clearer next time.
If there's a
Maybe I'll read the article next time before I talk about it.
well, maybe we can actually gift games if somebody else sells them.
That's a good point. I would love to send you every goddamn Leisure Suit Larry game. I can't believe that technology doesn't exist.
Yep.
Oh, the technology exists.
Well, that should be the lawsuit. Let's file our own.
Yeah, apparently we moved to London. You can file any lawsuit.
Fuck yeah, man.
Guess so. But
Go London.
that's all we got for the Plottytime vibe check.
It was a hell of a vibe. I think it was a confrontational vibe today.
All right, how about we get into the game now? How about it? We got a fucking banger this week, boys.
All right, what is that? Side number 5 from Syintist already?
I lost count.
We didn't even get into the game that blows. This week, we are talking about the game which I didn't even know existed until a couple weeks ago. Die Hard Vendetta.
Bum, bum, bum.
It was released November 19th, 2002. Any guesses to the number one song in the country?
50 Cent
In the club.
in the club.
Candy shop.
Not bad guesses. Not bad at all. But no, it's someone much more popular.
Beyonce.
Nope.
Eminem. The real Slim Shady.
No.
Wait.
No.
It'd be the one from 8
Lose
Mile.
yourself.
That's it.
It's Lose Yourself by Eminem. We got to guess. Look at that. Now we don't even have to call Long Island Sal. That's great.
Hey, he needs the week off.
Yeah, I'll give him a break because we're running a little long anyway. So,
No, we just started late.
okay. Number one movie in the country, November 19th, 2002.
Saw
2.
3. No,
Nope,
2.
I'll
2.
give you the taglines. You can't kill my dreams, but my dreams can kill you. Time to face destiny. I don't think that's a very helpful one.
No,
that sounded like a Nightmare on Elm Street.
I was thinking of the one with Robin Williams when he goes to the afterlife or whatever.
Oh, no, it's not that one. I forget what that's called. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll read the synopsis. Maybe you'll get it. I think you might. Blank is captured by North Korean agents and must serve a grueling prison sentence.
Hitch.
Good guess. He's finally released and is convinced that someone in his own agency betrayed him. He
Jason
escapes from
Bourne.
custody and it's not Jason Bourne, the other famous spy.
Jack Reacher.
No, damn it.
James Bond.
James Bond.
James Bond. Yeah. Do you know which movie?
Quantum of Solace.
No, it's a Pierce Brosnan one.
Tomorrow.
Isn't that Quantum of Solace?
Something
No,
about
that was-
tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Tomorrow never comes.
That's Tom Cruise.
Tomorrow is yesterday.
Tomorrow is yesterday. Is that what you just said? Okay, first of all, that movie's called Tomorrow Never Dies.
Same thing.
It's not that one. It's not GoldenEye. It's not the third one I'm forgetting. It's the fourth one.
I have no
I
idea.
thought
though.
I named a Pierce Brosnan movie.
It's okay. It's Die Another Day. It's the one with the fucking invisible car he drives through the Arctic.
Didn't
It's
watch
real
it.
bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Sounds like Invisible Car. What the fuck
Yeah,
is
it was
this?
number 1 on November 2nd, 2002.
November 19th,
Whatever.
2000.
Halle Berry is in it. That's cool.
Oh, she's Pussy Galore.
No, it's not Julie Newmar. I forget who it was.
No, but she did have a stupid name in that, right?
Yeah.
Jinx something.
Yeah. They all do.
Well, now
I
I
don't
gotta
know why
look it
she
up.
made that point. But
Jinx. I owe you a Coke.
That'd be a great name for a James Bond movie.
save it. Write it down.
Jinx, I owe you a Jinx Johnson is who she plays.
What a terrible name.
Yeah, their female leads in James Bond movies usually don't have great names. Like, wasn't Christmas Jones one of them?
Yeah, that was Denise Richards. I think.
Oh, yeah. And at the end of the movie, he said something along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing, but barely, like, I guess Christmas does come more than once a year.
Yeah.
Doesn't he say that? That's a thing that happened.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
It's definitely from a movie. Maybe not that one.
I really think it is James Bond.
Could be. It very well could be.
Man, that's the one whose name I cannot remember. And I know there's fans just screaming it at us right now.
I doubt it.
I was just trying to buy some time while I looked it up, and you just fucking slammed that one right down into my face. Everything or Nothing. That was a video game. The World Is Not Enough. There it is.
That's what it was.
They did have a video game with that in it, though, or did they have a World Is Not Enough video game?
They've had a lot of James Bond video games. No one could replicate the classic GoldenEye, but
They tried.
Yeah.
they sure did. She played Dr. Christmas Jones. Denise Richards did. Anyway,
Doctor. Oh.
this day in history, November 19th, 1620.
1981. Oh.
The Mayflower reaches Cape Cod and explores the coast.
Well, get the hell out.
Do you remember how in history when we were growing up, they're like, 1492, Columbus found America. And then they're like, anyway, next thing, the Mayflower comes. Like, wait. What happened in those 130 years? Don't worry
Amerigo
about it.
Vespucci.
Nothing happened.
Don't worry about
Ponce de Leon.
They found the fountain of youth.
it. Oh, is that what they hit it? There's got to be a Tom
Well,
Hanks
they
movie
had
where
to
he
build
finds
the
it.
ice wall around so nobody could fly off or get off the edge.
That's true. I forgot about
That's a good point. It's a good point. Dr. Scientist bringing the real science to our people.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, this fucking game, Die Hard Vendetta, was released for GameCube, developed by Bits Studio, published by Vivendi, Universal Games International. It is a single-player, first-person shooter action whatever game. And if you guys don't mind, I'll just get right into this. This is not going to take long.
No, let's do
Go
it.
for it.
So the video I sent you guys was like all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, it's
There
terrible.
is a structure to this game. Like it does go in order, but it's real dumb and bad.
Yeah, I found one in order that I watched. It was
Yeah, you just watch a playthrough quick.
So the game takes place 5 years after the events of Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's the one where they're in New York with Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
That was a really good
okay.
movie.
yes.
All right. The only good Die Hard movie.
McClane has apparently gone back to Los Angeles and kept working there, which doesn't make sense because that means at some point he moved back to New York for the later Die Hard movies, which weren't very great.
There was
I'm the only person that cares about this, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on. And there's a couple tutorials in the game, but afterwards, he's in his apartment. Die Hard is John McClane. Definitely not voiced by Bruce Willis.
definitely
Like,
not.
not even
Not at all.
someone trying to do Bruce Willis. Like, it's not even close. And he's watching TV. He sees a news segment done by Dick Thornburg, who was the dude in the first Die Hard movie, the newscaster. He was also in the second one.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was, but I mean, it didn't look like him.
No, it didn't look or sound like him. I just
No.
remembered it because I'm obsessed with those movies, and that's what his character's name was.
Right, right.
And so Dick Thornburg is on the TV talking about this guy named Jack Frontier.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, his army background, his acting and fitness career took off, and then all of a sudden he stopped getting roles, and then he just became a criminal because that's a normal arc that human beings do, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
But which was I thought was odd. He talked about that, and then he got into the actual reason he was at this museum, which is to talk about how Piet Gruber, who is Hans Gruber's son.
Obviously.
Oh my God, the actor's name is I'm blanking. Who's Hans Gruber?
I don't know. I don't know that guy's name.
Francesco Rinaldi.
No,
Chef Boyardee.
Alan Rickman. No, Chef Boyardee. You're right. It was Chef Boyardee. Rare dramatic turn. He nailed it, by the way. Fucking. You threw me off with that one. All right. So,
At least you got the Francesco Rinaldi chump slap. Thanks.
so McClane's watching this thing. He sees Piet Gruber and he's like, that guy's a criminal because he dresses like that and his dad was a criminal.
That's very
Yeah, it wasn't great. And then he sees on the TV his daughter Lucy, who was in several of these movies. She is a beat cop starting out her career in police, and she's just there in an official
Is
police
she
capacity.
voiced by Eliza Dushku?
Are you
I don't
asking
know.
me or
I'm
telling me?
asking. It sounded like her, but I didn't bother looking it up.
Oh man, I didn't even look.
Oh, yeah. I love how she's just in the background and he's like, yep, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very. I mean, it's not strange. It makes sense that that would have happened, but it was a weird thing to add. A lot of very specific, important information came in this like 30-second news clip.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was just too many. Lucy McClane is voiced by Jenna Macari.
Okay.
That's not Eliza Dushku. I think the only person that reprised their role was Reginald Vell Johnson as Captain Al Powell. That was him.
That's what I thought.
So then, so the reason Piet Gruber's even in town is to collect this piece of art, and then Jack Frontier is there as his personal bodyguard. And while they are there to collect this piece of art. Some random thieves come in. Lucy walks in and sees them trying to steal paintings, and there's a shootout. And McClane's like, I gotta go help, so he runs downtown to deal with this.
Is he actually a cop here?
Yes.
Then why is he? Whatever.
Why is he wearing a wife beater? I don't know.
No, and plus, why is he going to a place. Well, whatever. He's basically off duty, just sticking his nose where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, well,
All right, got it. Go on.
No, I understand what you're saying because it
Daughter's
doesn't
in
make
trouble,
sense that, like, it stands to reason that if there was a big thing like this, then police would go, and maybe if he was high enough up, he would go and check out what's going on. That makes sense, but
he's a detective, though.
well, it just the part that doesn't make sense is as this game moves on, he's like basically a one-man SWAT team.
Yeah,
that's all his role is,
He just shows up at places.
and starts fucking blasting.
Yeah.
So anyway, I started blasting.
By the time McClane gets there, the robbers have taken hostages, and it's a whole thing. And then McClane heads into the place to deal with them. And just by deal with them, he's not even going to try to arrest anybody or talk to him. He's just going to start blasting.
Of course.
And I'm going to say, and then they start blasting
A lot. Yeah.
And then McClane blasts away. He rescues Dick Thornburg, and he rescues the museum curator, who has a name. And I forgot to write it down right here, but he comes back.
Layden.
Von Layden, there it is. And he also rescues Lucy and then basically diffuses the situation. So he gets a call, which is the closest thing that I would say to his actual job is he gets a call because there was a murder at a diner.
There you go.
It's about time he did his job.
Right?
Yeah, he's a homicide detective. So he goes to check this out and be a detective. I was like, oh, so we're getting into like a cop procedural
You would
thing.
think so.
And boy, was I wrong.
This is great.
I just have written here, I don't understand why I have this note, but McClane dresses like a criminal and neutralizes the guy at the diner to
Sergio.
find Sergio's
he's the
club.
guy who did the murders or something.
Okay, so the guy who did the murders was still there.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
why
I
did he
think
disguise
so.
himself as a criminal? I don't understand.
He's a detective.
going there investigating dead bodies.
Yeah, and then he takes this membership card to this club and goes and finds this Sergio guy, and then somehow he makes his way to the Chinese theater, just killing everyone and
And he started blasting.
Yeah. Well, he found stolen art there.
and then he goes to the subways and finds more stolen art.
Of
Subways?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this leads him into the sewers where McClane's sneaking around blasting. And then he
Sneaking around blasting.
that's the McClane way. He sneaks
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
blasts, sneaks around. And then he overhears a conversation between the curator guy, Van Layden, and Jack Frontier. Turns out that they're kind of in cahoots.
What?
The fuck out.
Not the Army Ranger super soldier turned fitness instructor turned failed actor turned criminal guy.
Exactly the same.
Okay. Just checking.
This whole story could have been debunked if Cameo existed at the time. So the curator gets upset and he's like, "You're a dick. Like I don't want to get caught here. I don't want to go to jail." And Frontier's like, "Just shut up. Don't worry about it. Go into hiding. It'll all blow over." So McClane finds more of the stolen art and finds the curator. He saves him, and Lucy arrests him when they get outside.
Oh, fucking A. Lucy, do your job. Nice.
So the curator got arrested anyway. And now at LAPD HQ, Pyatt's men have stormed the place and taken over the entire I don't know even what fucking voice that is. Stormed the place. Is that
Some old guy.
Yeah.
some old Canadian man?
No, it's the old guy from Diablo 1 that you talk to a lot.
Okay.
Stormed the plate. Yeah, I could have really leaned into old man more. I'll workshop it. I'll work on it. Maybe we'll call that guy someday. Who knows?
Get Long Island Sal to do it.
Oh,
Get Long Island Sal to call somebody? That would be
it's like the Jerky
a
Boys.
phone call and a
What we should do, a side note, is have a conference call between all the people who do the movies. Long Island Sal,
Oh, my
Bentley.
God.
Who else did we have? Christopher Walken.
Texas Pete showed
Texas
up.
Pete, yeah.
It was more Cajun Pete, but we don't worry about that.
It's just a name.
Yeah. He is not from Texas. It has nothing to do with Texas. He's just a big dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Christ. Okay. So
Good conference call. Schedule it. All right, back to the game.
Special episode.
I can't wait till fucking Long Island Sal tries to conference in people. Who's he friends with? Anyway, all right. So McClane at LAPD HQ, he rescues Thornburg again, which I think is the third time now.
Yeah, in
Maybe
3
the
places.
second.
Right.
Because Thornburg was there doing his job as a reporter, trying to get an interview with the curator guy who got arrested. So Thornburg, since he was there before you, for some reason, he's like, "Hey, there's bombs all over this place. They told me if anyone tries to get in, then this whole LAPD HQ is going to explode.
Of course, because that's...
So they planted these bombs while you were doing the previous stuff?
It had to be,
Yeah,
right?
they swarmed in. They did all that stuff.
Okay.
Took some hostages.
And then McClane finds the curator and Lucy. He rescues a couple inmates named Dowd and Nitric to hack the police communication systems.
Yeah, who else are you going to get?
Yeah.
Dowd
And then this will-
Nitric.
It's lucky that they had a hacker on site in custody that can disarm the bombs.
Yeah, because
But
that's
they do.
definitely something they do.
But they do, and the bombs are disarmed, and once it's disarmed, Nitric escapes and betrays McClane pretty much immediately.
A criminal?
I know, a criminal betrayed you?
That's wild.
It's funny because he like betrays you, gets outside, and he's like, I'm going with this Piet guy. Is it cool if I come with you? He's like, wait, did you just fuck over McClane? Sure did. Get on the helicopter,
It's funny
buddy.
the scene they showed of him running out too. Because he's just like right in front of everybody, just running out. Ah.
Yeah.
McClane finds a suitcase with more of the stolen art. A lot of stolen art they got out of this place. And he confronts Piet, who's holding a hostage. No, he's holding a bunch of hostages, including the curator, Captain Alpal, and Thornburg
They
again.
really needed more characters because they're just getting the same people caught and taken hostage every time.
So Lucy tried to help during that whole thing, but Piet and his newest henchman, Nitric, they left in the helicopter after Piet shoots the curator in the face to show him that he's super serious.
Well, those can't get much more serious than
Yeah.
that.
Now, so I guess he's behind the art heist the entire time?
Sure.
Who?
It's the only thing. I mean, none of it makes sense, and that's as good as anything else.
I don't understand why, if he was behind the art heist, like, didn't he say something about the art being like rightfully his and he was taking it back and then
I thought he was
They were giving
it
it
to
to
them, but I don't know, whatever.
or maybe that was his.
That's why he was giving them that piece so he can get into the art museum and heist the rest of the shit.
Gotcha. It still seems very public though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Especially if your brother's already
Your
an
dad.
infamous hostage taker.
Yeah.
He's your dad. It's not even your brother.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I say brother? Sorry.
Yeah.
His father, who was also an infamous person. And he's like, yep, that's me, son of this guy. Anyway, just doing this art thing here.
And there ends the believability of this game.
Yeah, now it gets silly, guys.
Yeah.
So McClane and the LAPD, they track the helicopter to a movie studio in Hollywood because if it takes place in LA, you got to have a level at the movie studio, guys.
Why wouldn't you?
And then McClane gets there and the sniper team is like, hey, you're good with a gun. Can you cover us while we go in?
Yeah, Detective McLean just sticking your nose in here again.
Hey, why don't you do everything, fucking McLean? Here you go.
Yeah, it's we're bending reality a little bit too much here. Go figure. But okay, whatever. So he has a shootout with the Nitric guy on this Old West set, and then McClane wounds him and then gets arrested.
Why'd he get arrested?
Because apparently when McClane was looking for Lucy on the movie set, he unintentionally assaulted an actress in her trailer.
I don't know how you do that.
Accidentally opened the door too fast and hit her in the nose.
I get, yeah, something silly like that. And then she's like, well, he hit me. And he's like, what are you talking? Like, I figured this situation, there'd be more of a conversation before we just went ahead and arrested McClane.
Yeah, and you throw him in prison right away. He doesn't even go to...
Instantly. Not even Gen Pop. Or
Yeah.
Right to Gen Pop.
Yeah, he doesn't even go to like a holding cell at all.
Well, and I love how it happened so fast. Like, there was no lawyer, there was no appeal, there was no
Yeah.
pre-trial date set up. There was nothing. There was no like civil fine or anything, like prison now.
Yeah, because they wouldn't
into
be
the
like,
Sierra Correctional
oh, this
Facility.
cop can just be
Yeah.
off the force for a little bit. He's on vacation until the, yeah,
We know you've done a lot for the town, but fuck you, you're going right to prison.
right.
If this were real life, he would have been suspended with pay pending
Yeah.
an internal investigation.
Exactly.
And then he would still be doing what he's doing.
Then he'd still be doing what he's doing, being one-man army, and then eventually the cops would settle with this person out of court, and then the guy would just
Get
keep
his
going
job back.
to work.
Yeah, but doesn't Winslow say, like,
Winslow.
he's like, that's a very famous actress. She has a lot of sway in this part of town or some
Yeah.
shit. Like, yeah.
Is that what they're trying to do? Like, come up with that white collar, blue collar
Yeah.
Who knows?
dynamic?
It was dumb.
Whatever. So he's in fucking prison at the Sierra Correctional Facility. And it just so happens that this is the same prison where a bunch of Piet's men are staging a jailbreak at the same time.
Oh, shit.
All right. How does McLean get out?
Well, Nitric leaves his cell while Sergio kidnaps the warden during this whole prison riot breakout. And then McLean rescues the warden, and he hears Nitric on the roof and a lot of helicopters in this game. But I don't think any crash.
No.
No. It was very annoying.
So McLean finds Nitric. They shoot it out. And then Nitric, which they don't do this in games enough, but Nitric is like, yeah, I could tell you where Lucy is, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It's always the last minute, like, you gotta check the docks. Like, no, it was none of this. He's like, yeah, you know what? Go fuck yourself. You shot me twice. Go to hell. And then Al arrives and is like, okay, well, that's enough prison for now. And then you leave.
You
Like,
slap on the wrist.
Yeah. Oh, you broke out of your cell and you got to the roof and you shot somebody? Now you can go home.
Bad McLean. I'm going to hit you with this paper.
He assaulted another inmate. Like a bunch of them, I assume he killed in this level. And they're like, okay, you've been through a lot, sir. Why don't you go ahead and sleep in your own bed tonight?
But you forgot when he shot Nitric dropped a can of tuna fish.
But he
That's
was
right,
eating
the whole
tuna
fucking
time.
I know. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to get into it.
He even says, Lucy, I don't know, she might be eating some tuna.
I love it. I love how they gave his character this tuna obsession, and then that's the next clue to figure out where McLean is supposed to go. He's supposed to go to the fish factory because
so
Nitric
Die
had
Hard.
that tuna can. It's great. This may be the 27. This may be the one
Oh,
that gets
shit.
the perfect story score.
Let's hope so.
I doubt it.
Anyway, so McLean goes to the fish factory. He expects to find Lucy, but he finds Piet instead, who is in the process of buying a fucking missile with his ex and I guess now business partner, Sumi Kazwana, who does not hang around in this game.
No.
When I was watching it, I thought it was Lucy pretending to be somebody. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? But I was
Man,
wrong.
those GameCube graphics, right?
Yeah.
And then they move the rocket to a warehouse in the harbor. McLean is pursuing them, and then we get another Thornburg interview. I don't think he gets kidnapped this time, but he says that, conveniently, that Piet has a rocket and it's pointed at the airport at LAX.
Oh, no. And he wants $1 billion.
So not only did he infiltrate... Why with the art then? If this was the whole plan, what was why the art?
He needed
Why the
to
whole
Throw
art? heist?
McLean off.
He needed the art to pay for the missile. That's what the guy wanted in exchange for
Oh,
the
that's
missile.
so fucking dumb. And then he says $1 billion, or I'm...
Dude, it would be crypto if it was made later.
Oh, God, that'd be so sick. Anyway, let's move this along. So McLean trails the rocket to a warehouse outside the city. He blows up a bunch of fuel barrels. This averts the launch somehow. And then after he finds the rocket, Frontier shows up.
No.
And this is where the story gets spicy because he's like, hey, I'm fucking Jack Frontier. I was always going to betray Piet. So he orders his number 2, Marlon. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He orders Marlon to kill McLean. McLean shoots him in a boss battle. And then as she's dying, she says, Piet is going to Nakatomi Plaza, baby.
Oh, shit.
They had to do it, right?
They had to. We needed a reason to go back there. And I think it's wild that this isn't the last level, but we'll get to that. And now we're back at the plaza, police blocking it off again, like in the first movie. McLean heads in, runs into a trap on the 22nd floor, and McLean's like, hey, Al,
It's Pip Fart.
hold everybody off until Lucy's saved, which I guess he has earned the right to. He was in prison 10 minutes ago, and now he's leading the charge into the fucking Nakatomi Plaza and telling everyone to stay behind until he clears the building. So he fights through, makes his way to the top floor, finds Lucy with a bomb vest on.
No.
McLean finds the detonator, defuses the explosive. He and Lucy head to the roof to, and McLean's like, no, you gotta stay back. And she's like, I'm a cop, like I'm trained for this. And he's like, no, you're my daughter still. So he goes up, leaves Lucy behind, confronts Piet and Frontier, but Frontier shoots Piet.
What?
And he's like, hey, I did say I was going to betray him.
This doesn't make sense at all.
And then Frontier fucks off, and Lucy saves McLean's life by executing Piet. Because, you know, we thought he was dead, and then he gets up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then McLean grabs on to the helicopter as it flies away, which is...
At least it got more believable.
With Frontier on it.
He just runs and jumps and grabs the fucking, what are those things called? The skid? Is that what it's called?
Whatever it is.
I think he grabs a wheel, a
He-
tire.
I thought he grabbed like the
It doesn't matter. It's terrible.
landing,
either
whatever.
way.
He grabs a piece of the helicopter and apparently has the upper body strength to hang on as it flies through the fucking air.
But he knows it was a bad idea.
And then he casually and lightly gets dropped off on the lawn in front of the Holmes Observatory, which is it's not called the Holmes Observatory. It's called something else, but it's a real location in Los Angeles.
Right.
It's where they shot like Back to the Future. They shot a billion things there. Rebel Without a Cause. There's a bunch of stuff. It's a real place I'm not going to look up. And then this happens to be the premiere of a movie called Galaxy Thief 3, which has the main actor who is supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Just so someone in the cast can do a really awful Arnold impersonation.
But you forgot to mention that Frontier was the star of Galaxy Thief 1.
And 2.
But he wasn't a star 2 because 2 blew up at the box office and didn't have any success. And it was blamed on his terrible acting.
So that's why his plot was to kill the entire cast of the movie as revenge for his failing
And
acting
why
career.
he killed Piet, because it just makes sense to do it before you're trying to do something
Why even
like
go
this.
along with Piet the whole time when you just, I don't get it.
Okay, so we're led to believe that Jack Frontier, and remember, successful fitness guy, mildly or at least temporarily successful actor turned criminal.
You forgot he was a
CIA
Navy
operative.
CIA operative, yeah.
Oh shit, you're right, of course. And his illustrious military career. So you're saying this guy joined up with the son of a notorious gangster. He then helped him facilitate an art heist in order to get enough money to buy a missile in order to shoot it at an airport, which does't go as planned.
To get more
he
money.
betrays Piet, and then the whole point, his plan was to blow up this movie premiere.
I think he's like a gun for hire. So
There's too many steps.
It doesn't make-
If this is
yeah.
what he was going to do, why even fuck around with Piet?
I don't know. He just wanted to end Piet. Maybe Piet shit was taking too long. He's like, you paid me to be your henchman, but this is taking too long. We're done here.
I've got to go blow up a movie premiere
Yeah, the movie's premiering tonight.
that we already have rigged with bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are bombs rigged everywhere. McClane kills a bunch of people, defuses the bombs, saves all the hostages, is the hero. He confronts Frontier. They have a shootout. This is the final boss. McClane defeats him, and in his last moment, he activates a bomb, but just enough of a bomb with just enough of a delay so that it blows up the place in a spectacular fashion as McClane can jump out of the front door just in time.
Yeah, of course. This is just like,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Back into the world of reality.
yeah.
And then McClane then reunites with Lucy and Al. He runs into a guy by the name of Robert Barnes, who's a film developer, who comes up to him and is like, I'd love to buy the movie rights to your story. I'd give you a starring role based on all these recent events. And McClane punches him and walks off with his daughter.
Oh, that's another assault charge.
It's the stupidest ending they could have come up with.
He's going back to jail for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just violated parole.
Right?
Not to mention that he just blew up a...
Well, he's blown up plenty of shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, no one cares that he just blows up buildings to save like 20 people.
Well, he doesn't blow them up. Come on, guys.
That's true.
Frontier blew him up.
Yeah.
No, he blew up that elevator shaft that one time.
Dude, you didn't even talk about the dumbest part is when he's on top of the elevator and it crashes and he just stands there the whole time.
Man, I didn't even see that part. I missed that in my video.
On top of the elevator is the safest place when an elevator falls. You didn't know?
Man. All right. Well, fuck it. All right. That's the game. We got through it. We did it. Let's go ahead and do our favorite segment, Final Thoughts.
It's the final thoughts now. All right.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Let's start with Dr. Syintist. Why not? Let's start there.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Did watching this game video make you want to play Die Hard Vendetta?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did the story work for you, or was it way too meta?
All right.
What score out of 27 stars you'd think you'd shoot with your Beretta?
Oh, shit. He does have a bread on him at all times.
Yeah, I do. You got me.
That is his thing.
I was
Dr.
expecting
Scientist.
like drive a Jetta.
I was thinking about
shit.
feta.
There's a lot of good ones, I guess. Anyway,
All right. What's the first one? Would I play it? No.
you don't want to play a 20-year-old GameCube game?
If it was Ocarina of Time.
Oh, got you there.
Okay.
Did the story work for me? It was about the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
Completely. It just was, all right, let's try and make this as full of bullshit as we could. Whatever. It was terrible. Not the worst we've done, but pretty fucking close. How many stars did I give it? It's a terrible game from a terrible franchise. I gave it 1 star.
1. Terrible franchise. You watch your mouth. 2 of those movies were really good.
He's got a point. And one's at least dumb fun.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the games I gave 0s, it's not as bad as those, but it's close.
I mean, our lowest bar is that there's a story that moves forward that makes sense. And it at least did do that.
No, it went forward. It didn't make sense.
It had a story.
Well, it also, it had a story. It had a coherent narrative thread.
The ridiculous origin of the bad guy was just someone's like imagination of an Uber male.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And not to mention the great misogyny by John McClane towards his daughter of she not being able to do anything without his help. Whatever. Terrible. 1 star. You're in top getting 0 stars if you don't start doing something else.
You can't.
No,
Can't change it now. It's in the book.
Yeah, we get it's our Chump Slap. Did watching this video make you want to explore the video game world of Die Hard? Did the story work for you, or is it something you're just going to completely disregard?
Oh, okay.
And what score out of 27 stars do you think you'd get the approval from Captain Picard?
Sure.
Picard.
I've done worse. I've done way worse.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. No, I wouldn't play it. It looked terrible. I watched a little gameplay. It was just like auto aiming, and it was only like 4 guns.
Yeah, it wasn't even aimed down sights.
Yeah.
It was like before that.
Yeah. No, wouldn't play it. Did the story work for me? No. No, it didn't.
Okay.
It was stupid. I mean, McLean just going back to the police force, that bothered me alone. That just started off bad. And he's just like a regular ass detective now. Not cool. The whole story's just stupid. None of it makes sense. Stealing paintings to buy a missile to get $1 million ransom. And then what? Get the $1 billion? I don't know.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And yeah, Jack Frontier, fuck that. That is the worst. Why couldn't it just be a fucking regular, like, well-known, awesome criminal for hire or something?
No, they had to give him the background of being a CIA agent.
Oh, and they had to give the movie thing just to have him blow up a fucking, yeah.
That was an insane character trait to tack on there just so they could have that last mission.
Yeah, that last mission was, whatever.
The game was over. Like, we didn't,
Yeah.
You ended at Nakatomi Plaza, guys. Like, what are we doing here?
That was perfect. Get rid of Piet. Boom. Done. There you go.
no.
Gruber dead. But no, terrible. Didn't work. And the voices, the only redeeming quality this game had is Carl Winslow came back.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he did.
But other than that, star-wise, I'll give it 2.
Oh,
I'll agree with Syintist, and I'll add 1 for Carl Winslow's voice.
Okay, great. That is 2.
You want some questions?
Oh man, I'd love some.
Cool. I got one. Got a couple, maybe 3.
Ooh. What do you got?
Did watching this video make you want to strap on McLean's shoes?
Oh,
Okay.
Was the story pretty good? Or was it a bunch of poo?
nice.
Oh, nice.
And out of 27 stars, how many would this game accrue?
Nice.
Wow.
You guys are so much better at this.
Yeah, we are.
Especially Syintist. He's been flawless.
Yeah. Never did a bad one.
Nope. I usually coach Chump Slap along.
Yeah, he's texting me right now.
Okay, so did watching this video make me want to play it? No, I had no idea this game existed. I don't have any desire to live this story. It's not good. There's been, at this point, way more bad stories in the Die Hard universe than good ones, which is a damn shame, but that's where we're at. And yeah, watching this video made me want to try and forget this again. Like, I wish I could fast forward back a month before I knew this existed and then go from there.
Fair.
Did the story work for me? No, it was just like, I don't even know how to explain how dumb and bad this is. Like, this is a first draft that someone wrote over a weekend that got paid like $10,000 to write a Die Hard sequel. They're like, fucking, I don't know, whatever. They go to a museum and Lucy's there and she's like, they just farted this out as an excuse to have all these different levels. Like, that's really what it was. It feels like a Call of Duty game.
Oh, snap.
Got him. Good.
Got him.
So no, story didn't work for me. What score would I give it? It's so hard to give this anything positive. So I'm going to stick with what Chump Slap did, and I'm going to give it a 2.
Oh, what's that? 5.
Fucking
That's a total score of 5.
That's got to be in the top 5 this season.
Now, I'm not going to go over the games we shat on this year because we're going to do that in a couple weeks in one of our yearly roundup episodes.
Oh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So let's go back to a couple years ago. Let's go all the way back to June 24th, 2021.
All right, let me guess. It was Madden.
No, this is Jet Li Rise to Honor. We gave a 5.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly the same.
Yeah, basically.
I still think you guys are crazy for giving The Quiet Man a 4.
I gave it 0.
Man, what did we give The Quiet Man? 0. Oh, yeah. Chump Slap gave it a 3.
It tried something. It tried something different.
You're right. No, the scoring's perfect. The scoring's perfect.
Yeah.
And Fight Club, we gave it 2, which I think was our worst game of 2022.
Yeah, that was fucking
Had to be because that was terrible.
It's real bad. I'm glad that we were able to pull another one before the end of the year under 10, because otherwise one of our top 5 or bottom 5s would have been a score of 11, and that's way too high
That's
for the
messed
bottom.
up. That's like average.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good job, guys, I guess.
It's all on you. You picked it.
Yeah.
Great. Now my name's gonna be on that fucking list I don't want to be on at the end of the year.
Yeah, you
Which
keep
I
picking
always-
shit games. Of course you're going to be on it.
Oh, that's my goal to be on that list.
Well, let's see what happens this year.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's it.
Anyway, so that's going to take us to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Radical Pokemon Lock of the Week.
Pokemon Lock of the Week. It's Syintist.
Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed amazing, radical Pokemon Lock of the Week, and he hasn't let us down all year.
No,
He's incapable of doing so.
never.
So this week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, we're going to do a radical electric Pokemon of the week.
Okay.
Is it
I don't really
Pikachu?
like electric Pokemon. Pikachu is an electric Pokemon, but it's not going to be the one that wins today.
Oh,
It's one called Electros.
eel.
Electros. For those who don't know how to spell it, those listeners, it's EELE
I found it. Oh, the listeners.
KTROSS.
Oh yeah. That's the
Yeah,
one.
they're an
That's the one I
electric eel.
thought it was. Yep.
Yeah, it's basically an electric eel, and it has a neat little thing. It's one of few Pokemon. I don't know if there's any others anymore, but it has absolutely 0 weaknesses.
Something about this guy's mouth makes me think he's in like the Mario
It's
universe.
more of like a lamprey.
Yes.
Well, it's an electric type, and the electric's only weakness is ground, but it has an ability, levitate, makes it immune to ground moves.
What?
Well, let's get really into this, Dr. Syintist. Do you think the catch rate of 30 is appropriate for this character?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah. What about 20 cycle hatch time? I mean,
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think it should be like 18.
I mean, if you want to be, I'm pretty sure they balance them out pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. With a base friendship of 70, can you really call that balanced?
Yeah, because friendship doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe to you. Not with my friendship build, it does.
My friendship build.
Yeah, but it's a slow leveling rate. Man.
Yeah, that does suck. But that you can also level up its lower ones probably faster before it evolves. You don't have to make the Pokemon evolve when they become, as you both know.
Obviously.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Well, yeah, we're not idiots.
Of course not. We're Pokemon experts.
By now,
Right?
Amorphous egg group. Anyway, that is Electros. Electros or Electros?
I always said Tros, but
I think I'm going with Tross.
all right, you do that.
That's the last time I'll say it.
I'm going to call it Electros.
Electros.
But yeah, that's our radical Pokemon lock of the week, Electros. That being said, let's go ahead and head over to our favorite segment of every week, which is Sir Chump Slaps. This or that.
Chump slaps, this or that. Here it goes. It's pretty rad.
Every week we ask Sir Chump Slap, we give that guy 7 prompts, and he has to decide if the prompt is one thing or another thing. Sometimes both. Not this time.
Ooh.
This week, Dr. Scientist.
Yeah.
Help me out,
Sir
Scientist.
Chump Slap. I'm going to give you 7 prompts. These prompts are the names of, I guess, celebrities. A lot of them are from American Congress here. But we're going to give you 7 names, and you're going to have to tell us if the person I have named was either caught having an affair with a man or having an affair with a woman.
It's fucking impossible. Let's do it.
All right. I like this attitude. I'm excited about it. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the year, and I only had so many of these, so we're in the dundrels here.
Yeah, this one's going to be hard. I'm sure of it. But
Dundrels?
whatever.
Doldrums?
Doldrums?
Yeah, that's what they are.
Doldrums.
I'm great at words. All right.
Not really.
Good thing I'm hosting a fucking pod. So, Sir Chump Slap, are you ready for these 7 prompts?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, number 1, Pastor Ted Haggard.
Man.
Governor Elliot Spitzer.
Man.
Senator John Edwards.
Woman.
Congressman Mark Foley.
Woman.
President Bill Clinton.
Woman.
Senator Larry Craig.
Man.
David Letterman.
Woman?
All right, let's go ahead and tabulate these
All
scores real
fucking
quick.
political people and then David Letterman.
Unless it's not the David Letterman you were thinking of.
Could be
And
a
the 1. Let's go ahead and
Secretary of State David Letterman.
Yeah.
there we go here.
I think I got 2 right.
All right, so you ended up with a 5 out of 7.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Nice. Lucky
Not bad at-
guess.
You're going to tell us who they were caught with, right?
Yes, Pastor Ted Haggard was caught with a man. You got that correct.
Name.
Governor Elliot Spitzer, you were incorrect. You said it was a man, but it was actually with a
I
woman.
knew he had that one wrong.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Then Senator John Edwards, you were correct. A woman. Congressman Mark Foley was a man. That was the other one you got incorrect. And then Bill Clinton was pretty much a gimme. Senator Larry Craig, you guessed correctly with a man. And then David Letterman with a woman.
All right. Well, I don't know much, but I know enough.
You know your scandals. I'll say that.
Pretty good at guessing stuff.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's just when you go with your gut and you nail it. You just go with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah. If you run that back, you'll see I hesitated on the 2 I got wrong.
It's really impressive.
Thank you.
And if someone had some tips about how you can, go with your gut a little bit more aggressively, where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, you send that to plottytime@gmail.com and I'll read and respond. And yeah,
He'll do that.
I'll do that.
And if they wanted to get to us faster on the socials with fan art and other cool recommendations and shit and stuff, where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram or Threads, or stop by the subreddit and make a post with how many minutes you listen to us.
That'd be pretty sick. You can also go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It always really helps us out. Or go to our store, plottytime.com, which redirects you to our eBay store with our brand new This Is My Weed Skin shirt, which definitely exists right now because we said it would last episode.
Oh, it's up there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That about does it for us. So don't look right now. As always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Gamers Little Playground, I Am Panex, and Luis Guzman. More importantly than all that, don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.